Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Once again, I am on the Isle of Siptah. So today in this video, as the title suggests, I am going to be updating you on my base here on the Isle of Siptah. And as I do that, I will be also talking about a couple of things that I did promise and they are in the works, and a couple of things that I did not mention but I intend on bringing onto the channel. So this is the base that I currently have on the server. The server is live, and at the end of this month I will also set the Patreon page to go live. I still have a few things to tinker with there. Now this is the elevator that you guys know, and it does go all the way up, well, kind of up there. So we're not going to go through it because it does take forever, but it does take up or go up this way right here, and this is basically the elevator shaft. We got another one going up because they do have a limitation in terms of the height. Now this is the platform that has two elevators, both going into separate parts of the base. Now this is meant to be a ginormous base. It is meant to be a castle-like base. So that one goes into what I would call the courtyard. It does take two more elevators to go all the way up. And we have that right there. As you can see, it is quite tall, but I'll show you this end right here, what it looks like. I might need to do some tinkering. It does look kind of flat, and I am not too happy with that. So I might need to do some modifications here. Not entirely finished. But the main shape of what the base will be is kind of finished now. As you can see, it does look pretty cool. I want to set up some stuff, some towers around and stuff like that. So as I show you through the base, I'll also be talking about the Patreon page, which is still in the works. I mean, I am a one-man army, so it does take time to sort things out, that between my job and everything else. So this is the area that you guys saw in the past, and this was where my bed was initially set up. Now I am in God mode and flight mode, so I can show you around quickly. This is the crafting area you've seen in previous videos. It's now all enclosed. I did have to use the foundations because they do offer additional support to ceilings and all that. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to get all the ceilings put up. This is the taming area, so to speak. It's where we will be breaking thralls and stuff like that. And this is just a big room which I have no use for at the moment. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe put some more wheels of paint and stuff like that. Up here we have an empty vault room. It's empty at the moment because we need more vaults to place down. We need lights, we need decorations and stuff like that. And we're going to go into the two vault room that you've seen in the past when we made guides. And some more space over here for some more vaults to go down. Then we've got the steps that go to the main platform, where you've seen one of my videos, or possibly two of my videos. And so yeah, we're at the top of the base right here, and just underneath is where the vault room and all the other bits and pieces are. And we've got a tower right there that is quite interesting. We now have an arena to test things in, and then behind me will be the castle, which I'll walk you through. So as I said, the Patreon page is still a work in progress. Once that is live, I will announce it. Those that decide to support the channel will also get access to the server. Eventually I will open up another server. Now another thing I want to do, and you will start seeing here on the channel, is a let's call it my kind of car show. Basically what I mean is I ended up buying a new car because, hey, nature happened and my old car got flooded. So with that thought in mind, I thought I would customize this. Over there you can see what will be the castle at some point. We're going to have a look at ways of decorating it and designing it. The top bit will be of a different material. This is the throne room, and I did spawn in that throne right there just because I like the way it looks. And we'll have some stuff here to store and build and design this section. It's just a big empty space at this point in time. Now going back to what I was saying before, I did end up buying a BMW X3, which is a four-wheel drive. Maybe nature won't flood that car. Well, it wasn't nature, okay? I drove through a puddle with my old car. Did not realize it was that deep. It didn't look deep at all, so I ended up wrecking the engine on that one. This time around, I decided to go for a BMW X3. I do like the SUVs. It is a 2007 model, and because I just flat out bought it, I thought I'm going to do some tinkering with it. Now by tinkering I mean I'm probably gonna look at putting all-terrain tires on it, changing out the interior, just something basically for myself to tinker with. So that will be a video that I am considering releasing maybe once a month at the worst case scenario, possibly every fortnight. So that means every 2 weeks. So the idea is I'm going to purchase certain interior items. We're going to rip out the seat, we're going to rip out the dashboard, put in new modern things in it. I mean, it's a fairly decent car, German engineering and all that, but that is something coming to the channel. I like cars, personally speaking. I've always wanted to have a custom car, and I think this is just my way of starting that up and just having a bit of, I don't know, something to do that isn't just work. I mean, it's still work, but like, for example, going to work and then doing YouTube, they just both work, but I want to do something that challenges me intellectually. And I thought if I learn how to do all those bits and pieces and like do the wiring and all that, that's something to look forward to. So this is the arena. We've got a 2-tier arena, if that makes sense. Not too big, not as big as the one in the single player, but this will do just fine. So we can watch the shows from up here. This is more of a place where I can test thralls and compare them, and then test weapons and compare those as well. So yeah, this is where we'll be doing all that stuff. So this is the second level of the arena. It does look pretty neat. It is kind of snug and homely, I guess, yeah, if you want to call it that. It's not something too big, but we do have a bit of a design going on. Of course, we still need to do all the decorative pieces to it. It's just empty at this point. We don't even have any lights in here. I just built. That's all I did. This will be a server that, of course, people can join. Of course, the joining will be firstly done through Patreon, and then I will look at setting up the Exile Land server. That's the one. At some point, maybe at the end of this month. I have to look at that first. But first things first, we want to, or I want to, launch the Patreon page, or relaunch it. We do have some tinkering to do with that. I do think this looks pretty neat. I like the way it's come out. Still a lot of work to do on it. In my spare time, I do like having a castle. I mean, it is Conan Exiles, and castles are a thing. So those are the two main announcements that I wanted to make during this video. So there is going to be a new type of show. Of course, I realize this isn't a car channel, so that isn't going to take over, but it is a long-term project. So basically, the car that I bought will become a project, and I'm just going to sort of vlog it. Now, at first, I'll probably start with my phone and then move on to maybe a better camera, but the iPhone camera should be sufficiently good for that. This is for those that are interested in cars, that like cars as much as I do. And yes, I could have gone for a newer, more expensive car, but I personally do tend to like older cars. However, with the older cars, I have this tendency to like the modern interior, which is what I'm going to do. And with it being a 4-wheel drive, I am seriously considering turning it into a decent or proper off-road vehicle with potentially the all-terrain tires, having it lifted, re-vinyling it, so doing, I don't know, an exterior vinyl wrapping on the car, stuff like that. We'll see how that goes, but that is the idea. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here. I will see you guys in the next videos, and until then, stay safe, folks.